super happy about Rulani's leading, but football fan, I'm super sad. This is one of the youngest products to come out of South Africa and be so successful.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the ministry part, though, of sports, arts and culture.
It's Marawa. I don't want to mince my words. Mr. Mokwena underachieved. He really underachieved.
I was born into football. I've lived football, and my understanding of football is that it's a team sport. So if we are saying Rulani failed, he's been to 2 finals, and then he won AFL. He won the league with losing 1 game, and then it's been to the semi-final of CAF, and then he's qualified the club to the World Cup. Then I can tell you for free, then the next coaches who are going to come, if we are going to be consistent in terms of the standard, then anything else other than that then must be classified as a failure.
Yeah, but we're talking about the person that has probably been with Sundowns for 7 years or so. It's not a new coach.
Yeah.
I mean, Sundowns, the last time they won the Champions League was when? In 2016.
Mafiliga, again.
How long should you be given?
Okay.
Another 8 years?
He failed to win the Champions League not once. That should be considered as failure according to Sundowns standards, not these other clubs that win these trophies and then they throw out parties and start making documentaries. No, it doesn't work like that. That's my belief.
Clubs, releasing documentaries and so on.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
All right, trust me, and also believe me when I say that a couple of exits have sent shockwaves through the South African football fraternity like this particular one. And if you've experienced a sudden, let's say a pretty painful separation or divorce maybe, especially when everything seemed to be going very well, you'll understand how this feels. It marks the end of what was a very happy, successful union. Full stop. I mean, let's not argue about that. And as we caught wind of the news, though, over the weekend, and also the public started slowly but surely learning about it in the past day or so, the Sundowns fans have been hoping that it's just rumors and speculation. But I can confirm this afternoon, yes, Sundowns finally confirming the departure of the head coach, Rulani Mokwena. He had signed a 4-year contract, if you go back to the history of things, with the Brazilians. Only completed the first year of the 4. I mean, he secured the 7th successive league title for the club, his 4th overall with the team in the past 4 years. Now, reportedly, a clash between himself as well as Sundowns sporting director Fleming Berg led to the 37-year-old coach's departure. I don't know. And of course, we aim to bring you the first-hand account from Mokwena himself to hear his side of the story, uncover reasons behind this painful separation. It's exclusive right here on #MSW. You can go on the YouTube channel. You can listen on many different platforms. Yeah, a DSTV Premiership Coach of the Season with me in studio. Coach Rulani Mokwena, good to see you, Baba. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome to the show.
Big Rob, thanks for having me. Good evening to the listeners. Good evening to you. Good evening to everyone that's tuned in. And thank you for having me.
What's going through your mind?
Oxygen, some blood flow. The blood's flowing. There's oxygen. So I'm alive. I'm kicking, and so I'm grateful to God for that.
The DSTV Premiership Coach of the Season award,
yes,
is something that I haven't congratulated you about. So congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club, because it's a reflection of the contribution of everybody. Congratulations to the players, especially because without them, for sure, I'm not coach of the month. And congratulations to the Mamelodi Sundowns supporters because of the support they've given to the club and everybody associated with the club. I think Coach of the Season award is a reflection of everybody's hard work and commitment, and it's not mine. I just happened to receive it, and I'm grateful that I was able to receive it for the third time in a row. So humbled by God's grace and favor, and as I said, it's really a reflection of everybody's contribution and the work everybody has made.
Sure, third time in a row. I mean, that's again another individual acknowledgement of the kind of work you've done, Coach. Where does that set you when you look at it? When you look at the 37-year-old Rulani Mokwena, and you're looking at something that many coaches who are into their 50s, 60s, others 70s have not even achieved.
Well, that's why I say to you, the last time we had a nice talk, I think it was during COVID, and I spoke to you about stoicism. Yes. And I'm a big stoic, because it just helps me look at things maybe in a different perspective. Mm-hmm. There's a saying in stoicism called amor fati. And I think that is really what it is in this instance. And probably as you just keep going and growing, even in life in general, you just start understanding how important it is to take things as they are. Do you know what I mean? Take things as they are and appreciate the good, but don't be too high in the good moments. And also appreciate the bad, but don't be too low in the bad moments, So I'm in that space where I'm extremely grateful to God for all the blessings, for all the opportunities, for just helping me and the talent, of course, and just helping me every single day to be able to take even sometimes when I don't know, like maybe at this present moment in time, I don't know whether I'm turning left, right, or going straight, but I trust in God and I leave everything in His hands. When He says, be still, He actually means that be still in these type of moments. Mm. And these are the type of moments not to make too much noise. And I'm here speaking to you because this was scheduled 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the schedule just, in fact, before the season ended.
Exactly.
As we always try and plan interviews with yourself.
100%. Yeah. So this is actually Shupi's interview. And I remember, I was like, what time do I need to be at the show? Let me call Shupi. And then I remember.
Yeah.
It's no longer Shupi's interview.
Because you're former Mamelodi Sundowns coach. And which has been difficult for me even to send out the tweet earlier on. Also says former Mamelodi Sundowns coach. Yeah. It makes no sense to me now. I don't know what sense it makes to you.
It makes no sense to me, but there's a lot of things in life that don't make sense, and they happen, and you've just got to accept.
But what are you accepting now? I know there's a serenity. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Is there wisdom to know the difference right now?
I'm not sure I'm blessed with enough wisdom to comprehend some of the things that are like this. Sometimes in football, some strange things happen, but that's the game, What I am accepting is the fact that at 37, I've coached two of the biggest teams in South African football. I've won, as a head coach, 7 trophies already at 37. I've won 4 league titles. I've won coach of the season 3 times. I live in a season where, as head coach of Sundowns for the last 2 seasons, or 1 and a 3/4 of a season, I live with a record that says 91 games played, 60 games won, 60 games won.
Yeah.
Out of 91. 9 lost and 11 draws. And so when I look at that, I'm extremely proud of the Sundowns players because I am crazy. I don't know how they coped with me, but I am crazy and I come with crazy ideas and crazy things, but they breathed life into my ideas. What I had in my brain, and an intangible that was sitting in my brain, became in a lot of times tangible, or some things that I could see and see only because of the players, because of their quality and their. And I'm so grateful that I've had an opportunity to work with this group. It's an amazing group of players. I'm grateful to the technical team for all their hard work and support. And that's what I'm understanding.
Yeah,
because the rest of the stuff I'm not in control of, and so therefore those are the things that I allow God to deal with, because there are things that we can't hear, there are things we can't see, there are things we can't understand, but God hears, God sees, and God understands, because He travels even further before all of us. Mine is just to remember the club for the incredible memories, the league titles we've won, winning AFL. It's the players that we helped to improve, seeing these players go and represent Bafana and finishing third at AFCON, and these are the memories. And so it's only with a deep sense of gratitude that I want to remember my time at Sundowns. Grateful for the opportunity from the Motsepe family, from the board. Grateful to be supported, and I mean the last few games were very difficult, but it's incredible. The Yellow Nation, the guys were even singing my chanting my name and singing a song with my name, for the last few, and that has also made it very, very difficult to depart. But okay, it is what it is. It's happened, and now we just got to try to move on as best as we possibly can, and wish each other everything of the best, because of course I think Sundowns will always have a special place in my heart. I spent almost 12 years at that club. Someone was saying to me today, you've served in almost every capacity. Yeah. I've been an under 15 assistant coach. I was under 19 head coach. I was a caretaker coach of the players that were going on loan. Sugar Mabunda, Wayne Arends. I've been a co-coach. I've been head coach. So I've served in a lot of capacity. I've been academy secretary, where we have academy meetings, and I'm the one that needs to write minutes. So yeah, I've done
done it all.
I've done almost everything at Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club.
So
except playing.
Trust me.
Which is the most important one, isn't it?
No, Mourinho never played. Look at his success. I think a lot of other coaches never played. Look at their success as well. Chatting to Rulani Mokwena, Mamelodi Sundowns former coach. Again, I still say very difficult to fathom that, to understand that. The team is in pre-season, which ordinarily you would be too.
Yep.
So how and who said to you that, Rulani, listen, maybe don't come to pre-season, because you'd have obviously got into your car pre-season, go to Joburg and prepare for the season ahead. But there would have had to be an intercepting call to say that's not necessary. How did that happen?
No, look, you know how it works in football. You get a phone call, and you have to come into a meeting and discuss where the team is, discuss where the team was. You have to discuss where things went right and celebrate the achievements. But you've also got to discuss the failures and discuss, and those were discussed. And then after, it was decided to mutually separate, and I didn't want to leave. I have to make that clear, that I didn't want to leave. But I think my hand was forced, even though as I said to you, even, or did I say it to you earlier? I think I wanted to say it and I forgot. But there's a lot of things I can't talk about, because I've signed a confidentiality clause that that prohibits me from speaking about some of the details and things. So I hope you understand and accept that there are things that I cannot disclose because if I do, then I'll get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, no, which is fair. I understand that. I mean, people always trying to use the sub judice rule, and although that doesn't apply now in terms of jurisprudence, but it is still there. That conversation, which I'm imagining would have been very difficult. The ink is hardly dried on the contract that you signed for the 4 years. 2027 is supposed to be the time when, you'd have been reviving, either extending or not, and so on. Do you think in the contract that you signed that there would have been a clause somewhere, there would have been expectations somewhere, and you've exceeded and accepted about Champions League, that it didn't happen? There was an expectation there.
Yeah.
If Rulani had to look and say, if I failed in the past season at Sundowns, where would my failure be?
Yeah, it's a good question. Is it okay to say I don't know? I don't know where my failure is. I think my failure at this moment in time, my failure is towards a player like Ronwen Williams, for an example, for me personally, because when Ronza was about, and this is why this thing is heavy, because part to how I lead is formulating relationships. Yeah. And I've got players on the phone since yesterday calling me and crying, and it's very, very difficult to hear the people you love crying over the phone. Some of them are sitting with their kids. I hear their kids are crying because the dad is crying, and then they give the phone to the wife. I speak to the wife to try to say, hey, please, just try to calm him down. The wife starts crying because, from Tsitsi, grandson, to Kumo, Mudiba's son, to Lerumo, Teboko's son, to Sifiso, Mshishi's son. Like, I know
the families.
I know the families. I know the wives, the kids. I play with these players' kids, So
and half of them on holiday in Greece and Mauritius.
It's incredible. So they when they called me, some of them just to say thank you, but also to ask what's happening was very, very difficult, and it's been difficult. But you know how it is, Rob. Coaching is like this, and you've got to be able to take it. You come, and you have to win. And I didn't win the Champions League, even though I'm very proud of what we've done, and I know how difficult that competition is. But of course, if you don't win the Champions League, as the club says, then it's deemed that you didn't meet the objectives, and if I don't meet the objectives, then it's in big clubs you've got to win and stay. That's the truth.
I'll come back to the Champions League thing. I mean, I questioned that even yesterday when we had the show. I know your mind was going towards Ronwen Williams, and if I'm not mistaken, Ronwen Williams would have penned an extension of his contract due to the fact that he was under the impression that you were going to continue coaching at Sundowns. Yeah.
I was actually speaking about Ronza, and that's one of my things that hurts me deeply, and cuts me deeply, because it seems as if I've gone back on my word, and I'm not a person that is like that, and I don't want ever to destroy relationships that mean a lot to me. I mean, even Ronza, I know Ronza's wife, I know Ronza's kids. He's just got a newborn baby girl. I know his son Trent. I call him Trent because he that's his nickname, and he plays football. And every time he comes into the changing room, he's kicking the ball, and he's
Alexander Arnold.
And he is Alexander, and he criticizes his father like worse than I do. So I love him for that.
All right.
But so I feel
for
sad.
the honesty. Yeah. Coach, I'll pick up on that sadness. I've got to go for a break. I've kind of extended it a little bit now. As I said, it's our exclusive chat with Coach Rulani Mokwena. former coach of Sundowns.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Celebrate soccer 365 days a year with Hollywood Bets and stand a chance to win your share of 200,000 Rand in cash. Simply bet 25 Rand or more on any European and South American Championship fixture to be entered into the game. Bet now!
Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counselling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Hey, my name is Anati and I'm a Bokomoso kid. I love English, maths, netball and swimming. When I grow up, I want to be an artist. Thanks to Bokomoso, I am in a great school. I get to learn all the things I need to become the best me.
For just 280 Rand per month, you can support the next lawyer, teacher, doctor or artist by giving them a world-class education through the Bokomoso Trust. Visit bokomosotrust.org.za to register and change a future.
Don't let power outages and defrosted freezers get you down. Dry ice is the answer. Did you know dry ice can keep your perishables cool and your frozen goods frozen during a cooling crisis? Simply place out dry ice inside your fridge and freezer. Dry ice for emergencies, your #1 resort in dark times. Visit our website www.dryice.co.za to locate a store near you today.
When you wanna impress every one of your guests, only Woolies will do, so dash it. When you've got the craving for something amazing, only Woolies will do, then dash it. Dash it always fresh, dash it always best, dash it now, delivered next hour.
Download the Woolies app and dash it. Get Woolies food delivered, always freshest, now next hour. Woolworths, the difference.
There's been no electricity for a week because my neighbours overloaded the transformer with their illegal connection. My daughter can't study at night because my neighbour blew our transformer by bridging his meter. My neighbours have been buying electricity from illegal vendors and using it carelessly. We live amongst them and allow them to vandalise vital electricity infrastructure. We need to stop that. Report illegal connections to Eskom on 0800 112722 or the SAPS. Save your transformer. Save lives.
Stay ahead of the curve in style. With special offers on a range of Suzuki models for you to choose from. This is guaranteed to be your best year yet. First car or upgrade? Suzuki's got you. Our cars are lined up and ready to give you more experiences, more fun, and more adventure. Hey, that's one resolution you can tick off, right? Visit suzukiauto.co.za to get more in 2024.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, the Coach of the Season award should go to Rulani Mokwena. That's just my opinion.
I'm chatting about Mamelodi Sundowns reportedly parting ways with their head coach Rulani Mokwena. It is a surprising twist. Senior coach now Mangoba Mngqithi has been overseeing the first day instead. What's happening in Corp?
Shocking, like you say. Of course, I mean, we've known about the relationship being shaky with the sporting director, but to think it would get to this, surprising.
How much power does the sporting director hold?
So he would be the man that calls the shots at the end of the day, yeah.
Then where do you fall short?
Look, I mean, according to the targets set for the coach, winning the league and the AFL was not enough, according to the targets, contractual. So winning the league was not enough.
#MSW. #MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
Ita Prarop and Umlungisi, Rulani Mokwena. My question is, I want to ask if he is open to being an assistant coach ever again in his career, or he is now decided to permanently take the route of being a head coach. If he is open, angabuyela yini esigodini sikaMaminzela where it all began.
Hola, Mr. Robza and Mr. Mokwena. Islam hang here from Mamelodi. It's not disappointed who Rolando Felix Gaspano got the one, but yes, I'm so happy. Hopefully, that's like what I now got to sorry. I regret a lady Yabubi. So, Mr. Rulani, you're most welcome to come back at the team and come and help us reach the Champions League final. And we know that with you and our coach combined, we can make miracles. Thank you.
Hey Rob, how are you? I hope you guys are good. This is some Tusi Maeba from Pretoria. Hey man, I've always been very envious of how Sundowns played under Coach Rulani. I think he's revolutionized, South African football. He's just so good, man. He was so good under, and like with Sundowns from when he was an assistant, and I've always been very jealous of him. Now I can actually, say it out loud because he's actually, he's actually left Sundowns now. But man, I wish him the best of luck. Hopefully, he goes to the to North Africa to coach there, and hopefully he goes to Europe because he's one of the best I've ever done it, man. So Coach Rulani, thank you, man. Thank you, and the best of luck.
Hola, Bra Rob. And also, I'd like to extend my greetings to Coach Rulani. He has really done a wonderful job for Mamelodi Sundowns, for the players, for the Motsepe family, and for us as supporters. We are very much grateful for what he has done. Wherever he goes, he should know that he'll always be loved by Mamelodi Sundowns supporters. Whatever might happen between him and the club, it's none of our business, but we will continue to love and support him. Shout out to Steve Wale Sandawana Komshaki.
Hi Darop and Coach Rulani. Here. Coach Rulani is not a failure, and he will never be a failure. He has done very well at Sundowns. I'm not a Sundowns supporter, I'm an Orlando Pirates supporter. But what he has done with our players, the style of football, I've never missed even a single game of Mamelodi Sundowns. It was entertaining, interesting. So good luck to him. The future is so bright. I can tell you, he'll be one of the first coaches to go to EPL.
Coach Rulani Mokwena is my guest, former coach of Mamelodi Sundowns, our guest here tonight on #MSW. Thank you so much indeed for those WhatsApp voice notes. Still more to come. I see calls, David in Free State, and also Billy in Mpumalanga. So countrywide, everybody tuning in on the YouTube channel as well. Do post some of your comments. Coach, just listening to some of that. I'm not even going to pick out any individual ones, but I think the message is loud and clear. How do you respond to those?
Yeah, it's a bit emotional to hear the listeners, but especially the Pirates ones, and I just want to say thank you for the kind words and the support, and I hope. I'm glad they enjoyed the type of football that we play. I try to make sure that the football that I would like my teams to play is a certain type of football that brings a lot of happiness to people, and I'm glad that some of the callers have mentioned that they enjoyed watching the team play, and thank you very much.
Someone said, would you be an assistant coach again?
I'd love to be Middendorp's assistant.
Middendorp?
Yeah.
So you'd have to be in the first division then?
No problem for me. I'd love to be Middendorp's assistant. I don't know if there's a job available. I know they've got an incredible assistant coach. He's a top coach.
Yeah. But why Middendorp though?
I love him. I love how he thinks. I love how he sees things. I speak to him on a regular basis. I try to. We're both very, very busy, I understand. I try to speak to him as much as I possibly can, but I think he's got incredible experience. I love the fact that he's so well respected in Germany. In his own country, he can coach a team in the Bundesliga, but he's in South Africa imparting his knowledge, And he's someone that I just have so much. I just like him. You know, we used to, when I was at Pirates, we used to have our few things in the derbies, but after that we've buried the hatchet. We've become, you know, like I learned so much from him. So I'd love to be Middendorp's assistant, actually.
Have you told him that? Does he know how much you respect him, how much you love him?
I think he knows. I think he knows. I haven't told him, but I do suspect he knows, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to digress, but he's a coach who came through to try and save Cape Town Spurs.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
But his record from the time he took over, and he even shared the stats with me, because, again, maybe that's something mutual, is that I've worked with Coach Middendorp. He as an analyst, I as an anchor, and we've done many tournaments together. And he's very meticulous, very specific. He is a detailed man, but he's also a no-nonsense person.
100%.
You know, and he said, listen, if he had to be in charge, he would have finished 7th on the log table with Cape Town Spurs
100%.
in the time that he was there.
100%.
You know, so that's the kind of change and difference that he brings into the team. So let me go to Free State quickly. Let me say good evening to you, David.
Good evening, Robert. Good evening to Coach Star Rulani Mokwena. I mean, some things are not fair to us, the football supporters, the Mamelodi Sundowns family, as you used to say, the post-match interviews, the group of players. I saw the news. I was wondering what's happening in the mind of the boys in the camps or wherever they are with the relationship that he has built with them. I mean, he's out now. He did mention that they were calling, crying. You can imagine at the beginning of the season what is it that is going to happen with the psychological mental of the Mamelodi Sundowns group players. I mean, Coach Rulani did call them when they were at AFCON to say, boys, socks up, make sure that you represent South Africa. I mean, who else is going to do that to this group of players at Mamelodi Sundowns? Because whoever comes is not going to have a relationship that Coach Rulani has established. I mean, some of the things are emotional, some of the things are career-threatening to these boys because the focus somehow is going to shift. I mean, Coach Rulani, speak to them at the right time. Now emotions are high. Try to make sense out of this, and they have a bright future, the group of players from Mamelodi Sundowns. I did call after we lifting up AFL, and it was jubilations, but today is the sad day. At Mamelodi Sundowns. My boy made me love Sundowns. My boy, the 10-year-old Boyo, made me love Coach Rulani. I took him from Free State 200 kilometers to Pretoria to watch Sundowns, for him to see Coach Rulani take pictures with players. I mean, he asked me today, who's the next coach? I was like, my boy, I don't know. But the relationship, you can tell that Coach Rulani built with the boys, and the relationship that Coach Rulani built with supporters, it's amazing. But keep on doing the good work, Coach Rulani. We love you no matter what. This is very emotional day, and it's like I have lost something big. Just the way you're feeling it, but it's okay, Coach Rulani. Keep your head high. We love you, Coach Rulani.
Sure.
We love you. From the Nzungas in the Free State, big up to you. Be a shining star. We'll support you wherever you are, Coach Rulani. And the boys at the camp, the Mamelodi Sundowns group players, I know how you love them. I know how you love the Motsepe family, but this is beyond our control.
David, thank you so much, man. Let me come in there. Thank you very, very much indeed. I appreciate it, and I know it's asking you to dig a little bit deep now, Coach.
Thank you, Roland. Thank you.
Thanks so much, David. Kids, his 10-year-old swung him to appreciate the club, not only the club, but appreciate you. And then someone calling all the way from the Free State.
Earlier today, Rob, I walked past a certain gentleman, and there was this cute young girl. She must have been 8, 9 years old, in school uniform, and she started shouting, "Coach, coach, coach!" And I looked, and then she said, "You're still at Sundowns. You are still at Sundowns. You can't go. You must stay." And I looked. I said, "I'm sorry, my beautiful girl, but I've just left." and she started crying. It happened today.
Wow.
And I just I just want to apologize to the people who are feeling the pain. I know it was maybe the timing, and it's caught a lot of people unawares, but yeah, I'm sorry to bring so much pain to the people, and
but why would
it
you
was
apologize?
Not my yeah, but because
why would you apologize?
So many people. That kid was crying, Rob. Yeah. I'm listening to David telling me about his child, and there's so many people. There's the players, their kids. Because I'm so close to their kids, their wives, their girlfriends. Some of them, their mothers. Some of them, you know, Sailor's mother. It's yeah. So I've brought a lot of pain, contributed to it in a way. I don't know. But
how do you contribute to the pain that you have yourself? Because this pain is inflicted on you. You're the individual that carried the success. You're the individual that says you're the champions. You're the individual that when I read Mickey Jr.'s post and he says, ASFAR would love to sign Rulani Mokwena, or whatever the things are that are happening up north. I read it and I say, Mickey Jr. is a highly respected journalist on the continent. And he wouldn't say that about a team that does not appreciate what it is that you bring onto the table. And hence, I'm trying to avert your apology, but I understand where it comes from. But I think other sectors should be apologizing to you as a 37-year-old South African coach who had been achieving and is bound to achieve even more by halting that progress.
Yeah, Mickey actually sent me a message. He said I must pass his regards to you when he heard I was coming to your show. Yeah. He just sent me a message. He's a good guy. I've met him also personally, and he speaks very highly of you. Look, Rob, sometimes in life you've got to be the bigger person, and yes, I accept that I did not create the pain, but also I accept that my name I am involved in the pain that has been created. No, and of course I have to also try to decipher and process some of these things. But it is sad to hear that there are kids and there are supporters that are really, and even worse for me is the players, because I don't fake it. I don't fake it, the relationship I have with my players. I don't fake it. And they don't fake it either. They are, when I say the Sundowns players are incredible human beings, I really mean it. They are amazing. They've helped me to be a better coach, to be a better human being. They've helped me to win things and to improve myself and to be better and to learn. And so I look at my time at Sundowns with a lot of appreciation, with a lot of gratitude, with a lot of fondness, because I think we did some very, 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 very good things there. Not just in terms of the results, in my opinion, and I'm not going to be swayed by that because the results are in black and white, and history has no blank pages, And I know people, he's fired because he failed. If winning 60 games is failure, then I don't know what is, So I'm
just chasing an ad break, Coach.
Yeah.
I just want a sense of whether this was a one-person decision.
Sure.
Okay.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
Deal or No Deal, the show that has given more than 5.5 million rand in prize money, has a new home, SABC2. To play with me, Katleho, and stand a chance of winning up to 250,000 rand, go to dealornodealsa.tv to register and get a chance to change your life. Deal or No Deal, now on SABC2, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. with a rebroadcast at 11 a.m. and on SABC3 at 5:30 p.m. Proudly sponsored by Lotto Star.
Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Chaps! Tap my bro! Icon! You know, Mos. Shouting chips is like shouting someone is coming.
Oh yeah, that's why people ran. I thought they were heading to the fish and chip company for the Ringer One deal.
The Ringer One deal. A meaty Russian, slab chips and onion rings. Plus, you can win one of 10 Samsung smartphones for only 39.90.
So now you can get rid of your popopo phone next week.
The fish and chip company. It's fresh, hot, and a lot.
Man, my debt review is not helping me. I'm still drowning in debt.
Franco Ace Attorneys can help you become completely debt-free. With more than 13,000 successful cases, we can legally have all your debt written off, and we offer a free first consultation. We specialize in sequestrations, rehabilitations, and liquidations. Become debt-free with no more debt payments or salary attachments. SMS 947 to 40100 or visit acencorp.co.za. Debt today, tomorrow debt-free.
T's and C's apply.
The 50th African Insurance Exchange, Africa's premier insurance conference, takes place online and at Sun City from the 21st to the 24th of July. Join me, Tumelo Mututwane, and the cream of the insurance sector as we explore the most topical issues faced by the industry in South Africa and around the world. There will also be plenty of time for networking and superb entertainment. For more details, visit www.africaninsuranceexchange.com. The African Insurance Exchange, bringing professionals together for 50 years.
Unlock 1 billion rand in savings with Spar Rewards. Sign up to Spar Rewards and get more every time you're at the till from now until 22 July. Get 900 gram Bokoma Wheat Bix Original for only 49.99. Save 19 rand with Spar Rewards, or 1 litre Spar Long Life Milk, full cream, low fat or fat free 6-pack for just 94.99 when you swipe your rewards card. Rewards price is valid from 24 June to 7 July. T's and C's apply.
And we will buy 500 cars, and we will buy 500 more, just to be the one who buys your car. Will come to you and offer more. We buy cars, we buy cars. We buy cars, we buy cars.
We Buy Cars, the easiest way to sell your car by far.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
I was born into football. I've lived football, and my understanding of football is that it's a team sport.
I'm chatting about Mamelodi Sundowns reportedly parting ways with their head coach Rulani Mokwena, Ukarabo Pasha, as well as Mthokozisi Dube, 4-post editor and Supersport broadcaster respectively. I don't know how much of they're talking about bad behavior. I'll go back to Tears Galaxy game.
This has been long coming. Fleming would be looking at and thinking, oh, we don't need this.
You know, spanning from the first game in the Cullen Cup, you know, his post-match utterances saying that, you know, most of his players were out on international duty, but I think maybe just congratulate your opposition. I think that's where it started, and of course, you know, the game that you're speaking about, that's where it escalated to. It's something that really, Robert, should have been easily, you know, been blocked or stopped, you know, initially when it started.
Hashtag MSW.
Hashtag MSW. Hi, Karol. Thank you for the wonderful show, Baba. Just want to welcome the coach as well. Coach of the season. Coach, I just want to say well done, man. You know, to manage a big club with big personalities and big egos, and you put them in line and you make them, you know, follow your lead. That's a one-of-a-kind coach. You've done well for this club. Mamelodi Sundowns fans, family will remember you. I just want to say good luck to the future. I hope you find something that you love. Maybe another team. Maybe you come to Bafana. You never know what the Lord will gift you until it happens. So on my side, you've been a wonderful coach to watch. Thank you for the memories. Best of luck, coach. Thank you, Taro.
Good evening, Barop, and also good evening to the coach and listeners. As here from King Williamstown. As an Orlando Pirates supporter, firstly I would like to congratulate the coach, the success he had at Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club. I wish he could also one day come back to Paris, as he had 2 stints at Mamelodi Sundowns. Secondly, Barop, as a football fan, I'm sad because coach was not only helping Mamelodi Sundowns but was also helping the national team, the style of play. You could see his influence even in the national team. Wishing the coach all the best in the next job he takes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much indeed. All of those calls. We are into the final stretch now of the show. The last 12 or so minutes of the show. Coach Rulani Mokwena is my guest here tonight. And thanks so much indeed. Everybody watching the show on the YouTube channel, posting your comments. Coach is going through them. He is reading them and he is appreciative of all of them, including the WhatsApp voice notes as well. We'll come to the reaction of some of those. I want to quickly go to Billy, TY, and Silo. They've been very patiently holding on the line. Billy in Mpumalanga, good evening.
Good evening, Taro. How's it?
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your patience. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, man. Thank you so much for having me. As PSL's most successful fan, I'd like to apologize to Coach Rulani. What has happened is truly, truly heartbreaking. I'm very heartbroken, but before all of that, I just have 2 questions for Coach Rulani. Coach, we truly love the work you did here at Sundowns, and I just want to find out, do you think there was anything that could have been done differently, by your side to salvage your term, despite not delivering the CAF title? And the other question is, what advice would you give your successor, looking back on your experiences here at Sundowns, to help them achieve success in the CAF Champions League and beyond? That's all from me, Tarab.
I appreciate you, Baba. Thank you very much indeed. Billy, asking the question, Coach, is there anything that could have been done differently to salvage the situation?
I don't know. Look, I don't want to talk about the situation. As I said even before, I just want to remember Sundowns for the opportunity they gave me. I want to remember Sundowns for the incredible fans that they have and the warmth that they always gave me on the stands. I want to remember Sundowns for the trophies we won and the successes that we've achieved. I want to remember Sundowns for the incredible support and knowledge that I gained from the technical team, and they all taught me something, every single one of them. The Coach Mangowa, Coach Wendell, Coach Michael, Coach Kennedy, even in his first season. The conditioning department, Mateus, Spoo's unbelievable. And then there's Tato Santos with the recovery, the Stewart with the biokineticists. There's the physios. Saki's been there for I don't know how many years. He's amazing. What an incredible human being Saki is. The doctors Paul and Carl, the incredible, and so diligent as professionals. The kit managers, the ground staff, Bonnie at reception, Tina at reception, senior management, and then of course the players. So I want to remember Sundowns for that, for the good memories, for the brotherhood, for the positive things. And I think that's only proper because, if you've been there for 12 years, I was there. Unfortunately, I left, and then I came back for another 4 years. So, I've spent 12 very, very good years where I won with the academy. I was the first coach to win the K Mutsipe with the under-19s at Sundowns. I've won with the first team, so I'm proud. I'm proud of the work and the contribution, and I gave one thing I know when I go to sleep, even from yesterday, is I know that I've given the club 100%. I did not cheat. I did not cheat Mamelodi Sundowns. I didn't steal a salary. I didn't steal even 1 cent. I went over and beyond my responsibilities, and I am very, very proud of. I laughed the other day when Ronwen Williams said. He said in his acceptance speech, he said, and I want to thank myself. But really, honestly, I am proud of myself for the work that we did at the club.
And say it loudly, Broad shoulders out, Coach. Don't be shy about that. TY and Ramsey, good evening.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Appreciate your patience as well. Good evening.
No problem. I'm going to try and be as quick as possible. Rob, firstly, thank you for the book. Amazing. I'm reading it for the second time right now.
Wow, thank
Coach
you.
Coach Rulani, how you doing, man?
I'm very well, big brother. How are you? His book is amazing. I've read it also already.
It's a great book, man. It's an amazing book. Rulani, I just want to ask you two quick questions. I'm just going to try and be as quick as possible because in the last leg of the show. Firstly, you can agree, Tembazwani, amazing player, team captain. I'm just asking as an aspiring coach here. When you benched him against Esperance in the second leg, what psychological effect do you think that had on the team as a whole? And secondly, the midfield against Orlando Pirates in the final, Nedbank Cup. If I'm not mistaken, it was Mokwena, it was Zungu, it was Matusi Obas, as well as Alende. What was the thinking, the technique? What was the tactics behind that? I'd just love to know for myself. Thank you very much.
TY, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. TY.
Yeah, I like tactical questions. I just get so excited when I get tactical questions. Why did we? No, actually, the midfield was not Zungu. Zungu was playing as a hybrid. He was playing a hybrid role, and he's playing the role where we tried to get him into the next line. And so the second position that he takes is a role that Rivaldo also plays. But we want to try to get him to the next line so that it's a little bit closer to the opposition box. And because Bongani Zungu's got the pass, he's got the eye, he's got the pass, he's got the experience. And when you can get those qualities 20 meters higher and a little bit closer to the opposition half, you get something. You can some of the assists. I mean, Lucas Ribeiro's goal against Amazulu, the pass is from just in and around the halfway line, and he makes that pass, and Lucas lets it run through, and he goes and he finishes. So Zungu has those qualities, and that role he's played, and he's been incredible in that role. And so he is one of the people also that I want to thank. I want to thank Zungu, I want to thank Gaston, I want to thank Brian, and I want to thank Gaston, Brian, and Kutu, for what they did while they were at the club and with me, and I wish them well in their future endeavors. But yeah, no, the extra midfield actually was Modiba, not Bongani Zungu.
Okay. Let me take Silo in Honeydew. Good evening, Silo.
Hey, Tarob, how's it, brother?
I'm good. Quick one to Coach.
Yeah, just a quick one. I mean, mine is not so much of a question. I think the caller before the previous one really surmised exactly where the problem is at Sundowns. When he asked the first question, where could Coach Rulani have salvaged his tenure at Sundowns? I mean, we have taken winning the league for granted as Sundowns fans. And I'm not even talking about all the Sundowns fans, but if you look at the social media, there's certain Sundowns fans that are happy that the coach has left. We have taken it so granted that it's difficult to win the league. I mean, we don't have God's given right to win, let alone the league, the Champions League. We take it for granted that season in, season out, we are guaranteed to win the league. I think we have a huge problem at Sundowns, and nobody's talking about it. There's a court case at the moment. We're not going to talk about the merits of that court case. If you really look at the transcripts, if you listen to the issues around that particular court case, all of it has got the hallmarks of currently what's going on with Coach Rulani. There's a problem at Sundowns, and that's going to catch up with us in the next couple of seasons or so. And lastly, Coach Rulani did say this. I mean, I've been very, very terrified and scared of listening to some of his interviews. If you listen to Coach Rulani's interviews, especially towards the end of the season, there's an interview that he said in that interview that empires don't collapse. They dilapidate over time because we start taking little things for granted. And that's exactly what's going on at Sundowns. The next coach who's coming, if he doesn't win the N10-8, we need to consider that as a failure. If he loses 2 games in the league alone, we need to consider that as a failure. And that's going to be a problem because we are never going to have consistency. We're going to have to keep on firing coaches over and over and over because they will never ever be able to live up to his standard. Thanks, Rob. I'm done.
Silo, you've just dropped the mic heavy, boss.
Very.
In a nutshell, if ever in the history of comprehension and English there were to be a reference to a summary that stands out for the rest of our existence, I think we would have deemed this hour nothing compared to the minute and 40 seconds that Silo had on air. I don't know what your opinion is.
I love Sundowns. I've grown to love the club, I want to stay like that. I want those emotions to stay. I want to remember Sundowns for the love yeah. There's a lot of things. Big Rob. Yeah. Yeah.
I asked the question, Coach, because we are running out of time. Before the break, I said, was it a one-person decision?
No, I doubt it, because I don't think the club is run by one person. It's not a one-person club, you know. So I don't think it was a one-person decision, no.
How would you summarize your relationship with Flemingberg, sporting director?
Well, it's immaterial now, because I don't think we'll ever meet anymore. So it's immaterial.
But would you say that his influence and opinion about you and your work would have gotten us to where we are now?
I don't know. I don't know. Only the hierarchy at the club knows. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know.
But were you given the latitude to do your work and to sign the players that you wanted to sign?
So difficult to answer that question. You know, I was supported. I must say I was supported, yes. And the club was good to me throughout. And of course, sometimes like in January, everybody knows, because I spoke in the press conferences and I was saying, hey, we've got a crisis a little bit, you know, with the strikers, you know, and we're looking for a striker. And everybody knows which striker I wanted, you know, and he went on to finish as top goal scorer. But that's football. That's how life.
I think as you look for words, search for words, I might not offer you much right now, right?
Yeah.
I might not offer you much.
Yeah.
I might offer you this, though.
Sing together. You called me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand. Come on, you make it your prayer.
We are out of time, and I'm so sad that we have to, you know, say goodbye. I've already reached beyond the top of the hour. Coach, a significant song, a meaningful song. What does it say to you?
One of my favorites. Yeah, it's to plunge into the waters now, the great unknown, and have my faith stand. I'm plunging into the waters now. That's the next thing to do.
When do you hope to be employable again?
Well, I'm already employed. I'm gonna coach Black Poison now for the next few weeks. Hopefully, I can revitalize myself, and I can get passion for football and for coaching, because I've lost it a little bit, I must say. And maybe going right back to Black Poison back to really where everything started. Maybe that will reignite something, but yeah.
I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, sir, and I appreciate you even more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Big Rob.
On 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. At the same time. #MSW.